Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. This is VC194 Shadow Trooper. Not the first time we've had a Shadow Trooper in the vintage collection, and I will compare him in a moment. This guy is who we've also had back in 2020, I think he came. For me anyway. So this is the new one from the, still relatively new, the Shadow Trooper from The Force Awakens. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Bruh.
The Force Awakens. The Force Unleashed, which is a game I've never played in my life, but a game I feel like I have a strong connection with only because I love Starkiller and I love the cutscenes that I've watched several times on YouTube, if you know what I mean, the movie scenes, whatever it comes from. But I don't remember. It's funny that I don't remember seeing this guy in any of the scenes I saw. Is it The Force Unleashed or The Force Unleashed 2? I presume it's the first one. But anyway, maybe they've only got a small role in it, or one scene or something. I don't know. You'll have to let me know that. Educate me on that one. I've not done any extended research, but I do like the figure. And as I've called him in the previous review, which was of this fella here, I called him the Tron Trooper because it kind of reminds me of Tron. That's a movie I've only just seen as well, really. About a year ago, I watched Tron. But this motif, this neon glow, kind of reminds me of that design. But anyway, love this. And I want to talk about this card back because I liked the fact that Hasbro did this Star Wars racetrack for the kind of miscellaneous figures and characters. You know, they got away, they did away with the expanded universe, or that got dissolved with the Disney acquisition. Legends became a thing. When they said the vintage collection was going to come back, they talked about doing a Legends brand. In fact, they had a few images. Like I think the first image we saw of Dr. Aphra, she was on a Legends card, which I shuddered at the thought of that. I liked the expanded universe emblem, so I was always loathing these Legends ones because I don't like that whole thing. Anyway, I won't even go into the ins and outs and the depths of why I don't like the Legends brand, but still, I thought this was a good compromise because you can't go wrong with the Star Wars chase, as it's called, because it just is so iconic. It's obviously not A New Hope, although the events of Force Unleashed lead onto and the events of A New Hope. But still, what I mean is it's just generic. So it's generic, it works in that respect, and also it looks good. You can't beat the double racetrack card. But, you know, now we know that they are bringing out Jedi Fallen Order cards, and this is the next one I'm going to be reviewing, by the way. This is 195, the Purge Trooper. He also comes on the Star Wars card, and they have the lovely film badge. I thought that was a brilliant design, and they give you a lovely emblem for each movie. Oh, I'm lying to you. It's not Fallen Order. It's I'm thinking of what's it called now? I'm thinking of. I'm so sorry. I'm getting all my facts wrong. Battlefront 2. Yeah. So the guy we've just reviewed, this guy, he was the only one from Battlefront 2 in this wave, right? But they're going to give you an actual Battlefront 2 card back now, which I think it's too thin. I think the Jedi Fallen Order one would look better, maybe, because you can see how they would have designed it like that. And also the Battlefront 2 one goes across quite a long way. I like the cards when they've got layers, as in, what am I trying to say here? They've got rows for the font, you know what I mean? If it's all on one line, I don't think it looks as good. Like Mandalorian, well, that's all right, I suppose. The Rogue One does that. But what I don't like is the fact that they hadn't made that decision back here. So now you've got some cards for Battlefront 2, which are on Star Wars, and then some are going to be on specific Battlefront 2 cards. So it's like, well, they've obviously changed their mind. Anyway, that's just some waffle on my thoughts on the design of these cards, which has obviously changed. And things do change, decisions and blah-de-blah. Let's look at the figure. And he is pretty cool. Look at him. And I like the finishes that they've done on him. A couple of flashes of, whoa, what am I doing? Just lost the focus. The neon there. He almost looks see-through there. I don't know why he glows like that. You'll have to explain. And I haven't looked into it. The only paint application I don't like is the shoulder. Because look at it. That just looks like painted black and blue. Whereas on the card back, his shoulders are actually glowing as well. All of him looks neon. So I think they kind of botched the applications on the shoulder pauldron there. oh, it's not even a pauldron, but the shoulder armor. Speaking of pauldrons, right, I think he looks all right and everything, but I think this guy looks better because he has got a pauldron. Look at him. I think this guy would look a little meatier if he had a pauldron too. He looks weaker. They've got a kind of a powerful look with it. He still looks cool, don't get me wrong, badass, but I think he would look stronger with the pauldron for some reason. This is also something that it came with, and I'm glad they did a little tiny paint application there. I was worried that they'd just given you a black blaster with nothing on it. They could have done some speckles or spackles or whatever they call it, brushed it with some silver like they did with this one here. That's a great rifle, that, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know the name of it, but I do know that I have just sold it, actually. I had a 6-inch Snowtrooper that came with that. It'll have a name. It's got that IG-88 vibe going on there, you know, with the snorkel. I don't know what you call those little holes inside the barrel of the gun, but still, this is the figure in the bubble, the figure in the bubble, and it looks nice on the card. You know, you can't beat this. You can't beat the vintage collection because you can see all around the figure. It's one of those one lines where you don't have to have it loose, but it can still look good. But having said that, though, sometimes the way they put the figures inside the bubbles, they just look really stiff and like unanimated. You have to get them out to kind of get them posed and whatever. But there he is. I hope you like it. Again, the shoulders don't do it for me because the rest of him looks like he's glowing electronically, like a neon glow. But he still looks all right, though. I'll tell you where he's going to go, though. He is going to go on my... I've got kind of like a miscellaneous Imperial section, right? On my shelves. I have Starkiller on that shelf as well. I've got like loads of droids. And I've got a K2 unit. And I've got... Because I didn't know where else to put him. And I don't really want to put him just randomly on an expanded universe shelf. I want to put him as part of the Imperial Army. This... What the hell am I doing? Excuse me. Trying to focus. There he is, the guy on the left I'm trying to focus in on. I've got him stood on there as well, and he looks just good, just stood with the other people. It's just like, just shows in that one section of my shelf the depth of the bowels of the Empire in terms of the depth of their arsenal. You know, they've got so many different styles of trooper, but they all have something in common. They all, you know, this guy is just basically a black stormtrooper. But and then they've expanded that with things like Rogue One, you know, the Shore Trooper and stuff. But they all follow that same motif that unifies them all. But it just, you know, it's fantastic. The Empire is rich with different classifications of trooper and weapon and droid and whatever. Brilliant. All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I think I've waffled on long enough. Maybe I will just very quickly show you the back, but there's nothing to see on these backs. They're terrible. But there you go. There's the whole wave there. So the Scout Trooper is coming up, which is really good. And this Electrostaff Purge Trooper, which I've heard really good things about. And I do believe, let me just focus on the card. I do believe that, you know, in the mix is the second sister. And she would look good, actually, on the wall and loose with these, not this guy, but the Purge Troopers, which I'm going to open that next. Awesome. Thank you very much for watching that video. I have been Only One Kenobi, Only One. If you are new around here, subscribe. Do so. It is free. Free to subscribe. Take it a step further if you want to see some backstage footage and openings of posts and stuff I get and all sorts of other separate reviews. Become a patron and a member of the channel where you will see extra additional access. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only One. Out.